Hello, everyone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start this at the beginning of my review and give it some time to cook so you can kind of see what it's doing. I have it on a current high setting and I have it on the bagel setting for bagel. It takes a little while to fire up, but this is the new toaster by Dash, and it's a brand that I wasn't familiar with. I was walking around Macy's one day and I saw it, and then I was looking for a toaster, and I was trying to find something different, possibly with a clear window, just so I can get something nice for the kitchen, something that doesn't take up too much space. I do really like this unit, but there are some issues with it. Before writing this review or recording this review, I wrote the manufacturer and I went to ask them about certain problems, and I never did receive a response from my email to them about certain issues. So keep that in mind that the customer service is a little hard to get a hold of, at least in my experience. The top slot, as you can see here, is nice and wide. If you like to buy the big sourdough loaves, and you like to cut the big pieces, and you can put one big piece in there, you take it out, you slice it in half, and then you have enough for a nice deli style sandwich ready to go. It's really nice that way. That's probably one of my favorite features of this, is the amount of bread you can get in there. It comes with a nice little crust tray. It's got a cord routing thing on the bottom, which it's just allows you to route the cord to each side. So it's a pretty short cord. The handle here, it allows you to flex it up in order to pull things out a little bit easier. It's not like 2 inches. It's just a nice half inch. It's a plastic handle, but it has like a metal innard, so I'm not too worried about it breaking if I'm careful with it. The settings go from 1 to 7. 7 being the highest setting, and then you have different options like defrost, reheat, and bagel. I don't foresee myself using a defrost unless I've frozen bagels and I've run out or something, and I'll throw them in there. Eggos, and might defrost it first and then run it through. I don't like doing more than one cycle, and that kind of brings me to the problem with this toaster that you may encounter, is that when I do set it to 7 and I hit the bagel button, it doesn't always cook the bagel all the way through. I like to have my stuff maybe a little bit crunchy, a little more brown than perhaps the average person. And I figured, 7 all the way, can't turn the dial any more past the 7, and hitting the bagel would allow me to do that. And I find a lot of mornings I'm making coffee, I'm running through things. I do that, and I come back, and the bagel is barely brown. And granted, there's been a lot of cold mornings in the winter here, and the heat can escape pretty fast up here. That may be one of the issues you encounter. But other than that, I mean, the elements look pretty decent quality, as you can see in there. They do a job of heating. As you can see, the bagel is getting brown as we've been sitting here, and it's kind of finished now. And that's about your highest setting right there. And as you notice, I'm holding it. It's not hot. It's kind of weird that way, is that the heat escapes the toaster so fast that it sometimes doesn't cook the bagel or whatever you're cooking all the way through. Thin breads and stuff, probably no problem. Thicker breads, where it fills this gap completely inside, probably not a problem for you. But it does an okay job. If that's your definition of your highest setting, if that's all you need, this toaster will be fine for you. One other thing I wanted to point out is they show it's an easy clean on the website, and it takes out an inner, as you can see in there, the inner glass comes out. You still have glass here, but the inner glass comes out for you to clean it nice and easy through the bottom. Thought that was a really nice feature to put on here. I got mine for, I believe it was about mid-30s. It's a little bit pricey for what you get, and the quality is okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but if you just need a toaster, this may be a little bit much. but it's a nice showpiece, and a lot of people like it in my kitchen. So if in any way this helps you make the buying decision, go ahead and do that. Let me know if there's anything specific that you need, and I will try to respond to your comments individually, but it's just a toaster. There's not much to it. Thanks for watching, and thank you for checking out all my sponsors. It really helps me to facilitate the work I do and the reviews I do. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate any subscribers, as it greatly helps me navigate and buy new products and be able to afford to keep producing the channel. So thank you very much.